So London Vegans are back at the Spread Eagle with DJ Decky.
Hey.
For Veganuary. We got a few more questions. We did a few of these on the last video. How do you feel about Veganuary, like when it comes round each year? Do you learn stuff still when it comes round?
Yeah, I suppose I do. You know, every year will come round and the advertisements will go up.
Yeah.
And you'll hear some different excuses.
Yeah.
Why people should go vegan.
Yeah, lame excuses.
Yeah, and you know, you do hear the same stuff that gets constantly debunked all the time. So you do wonder where people get their information from. But yeah, you just get new things.
How do you deal with the criticism? Because people seem to get quite irate about it if they're not vegans, and you're, you know, kind of singing the praises of veganism. And also because, you know, there are so many benefits, not just for the animals, but for the planet as well. It just seems ludicrous to call people out for that.
Yeah, I think leading by example will always be the prime way, and that can sway people of all persuasions, and you know, people who are very much opposed to veganism.
I'm just inspired by Earthling Ed because I think he deals with criticism really well, because he does it in a really relaxed manner. He just puts his points across so well as well. They're so valid. Yeah. But he's really intelligent and smart with it. So I think if you can be relaxed when you're kind of coming back with an answer to somebody's criticism, I think then fair play to you. I think that's a great thing.
I think facts should always lead the way. Factual evidence, sources nowadays, because people demand a source. In this fake news generation, people don't tend to believe things once or twice over, even with so-and-so's backing, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, and make sure everything's factual, friendly as can be. No ad hominem attacks. I cannot stand that when people try and make a point through personal attacks, because that will only negatively impact the situation.
I agree.
Especially online. Yeah. Online arguments. Don't attack people on online arguments, especially if you don't know them, because they'll continue to paint vegans with a same brush. You vegans, this and that. You vegans are all the same, bro.
So I mentioned Earthling Ed. What do you think of Earthling Ed, and have you met him? I haven't met him yet, but I really want to meet him. I think I'd be starstruck.
I've met Earthling Ed a few times.
Have you?
My very first London Fashion Week demo was with Earthling Ed. The first Surge fundraiser, we were Caramel in Wood Green. I've got a drunken photo of Earthling Ed. I don't know if he was drunk, but I certainly was. But yeah, met Ed a few times. Yeah.
I think he's such a good role model. He's such a figurehead for the vegan movement. I think he's the right kind of
vegan Jesus.
Well, that's what people say, don't they?
Unity Diner, absolute game changer. When he went to vegan camp out and served from his fish and chip van, from the Unity van, and you know, going around different countries, lecturing at schools and colleges and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Go on, Ed.
Have you ever eaten meat or dairy by accident?
Yes, I have. I was on a stag do in Barcelona. We had just been to the new camp for a tour around there. We had been out the night before and obviously continued drinking all through the tour, causing chaos in Barcelona's new camp, And there was a van outside, a burger van, and it had a sign saying 100% vegan hot dogs. I was like, result, because I was 2 years into vegan.
Yeah.
Absolute result. None of the other lads I was with were vegan. So I was like, all right, boom, I'm getting myself a hot dog and some chips.
I got a horrible feeling where this is going.
A hot dog and some chips, 100% vegan. And the guy outside the stadium, he was like, you know, pure Spanish, not a word of English. Had the hot dog, took a bite, and I was like, nah, that's not right. Gave it to my pal, he was like, mate, that is not vegan.
You knew straight away.
No, it's so mad. Even, you know, all the amount of alternative meats and whatever you can try, you still know. So I Gave it to my pal, he had a taste. He's like, nah, mate. So I said to the guy in the burger van, but 100% vegan, is this vegan? Vegan, yeah? He's like, no. Pollo? Chicken?
Oh no.
Chicken. I was livid.
Do you avoid watching vegan documentaries because of the animal abuse footage?
No, never. Short and sweet, never.
Yeah.
You've got to face up to it.
Don't particularly enjoy watching it, but it needs to be there, doesn't it?
You need to know the facts. You need to know the ins and outs. Well, you don't need to know, but it's better if you do, especially if you're doing the cubes of truth and activism.
Yeah.
Because people will ask and they'll try and say, oh, it doesn't happen here, it doesn't happen in this country, it doesn't happen in my family farm, it doesn't happen, blah blah blah. And you know, it's good to be there ready to debunk and shut them down straight away and say no. You need to see, you need to experience.
Yeah, you do. I've seen so many times on social media people that eat meat, yet they claim themselves to be kind of animal supporters and animal lovers, yet they hate the fact that someone will post some kind of video or link to something, not necessarily something that you see straight away, and they'll hate that because it's almost like they just don't want to know. They're kind of brushing it under the carpet almost, aren't they?
See it all the time. You see them posting about the dogs. You see them about dog and cat cruelty, or
it's double standards, isn't it?
And you'll suggest, maybe we shouldn't, as a society, do it to other animals as well. Hold on.
Lewis Hamilton once said, "Every person I've ever met who's gone vegan said it's the best decision they've ever made." Would you agree with that?
Personally, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. And do you know what? I regret that I didn't do it sooner. I did it back in the 90s, but back then, I just remember there being Holland and Barrett, and I think that was the only shop where I thought you could get vegan food.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can make it from home, make it from scratch at home. And back then, I kind of wanted to buy stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really that knowledgeable on it. But now, I just wish that I'd done it sooner. I wish I'd stuck with it back in the 90s.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset, definitely. You know, you've got to have that shifting consciousness just to say, okay, this is it now. This is me.
Yeah.
Best decision I've made. Yeah, I wish I would have been vegan from a lot younger. Like, I'm glad, in some sense, that I have experienced meat, because, you know, when people do question me about it, you know, I know both sides of the story.
Yeah.
That's another common argument. Well, you vegans don't listen to both sides of the argument. No, we have lived the other side of the argument.
Yeah.
For a lot of years.
Yeah.
And we came out, you know, with the information we've gained, with I suppose the empathy and compassion that you can grow.
Yeah.
And you know, we're here as vegans now. It is you, the non-vegan, who is trying to argue.
Well, they just think that they're under attack, don't they? They think that you're trying to kind of put them below you, but it's not the case. It's like, I think most vegans would want a happy life for humans as well as animals.
Absolutely, yeah. It goes hand in paw, I suppose. You know, we're here for humans and animals. You know, just because you don't like another human, it doesn't mean that you want to see harm come to them. Yeah. And you know, any person, most people, wouldn't want to see harm come to animals either.
Absolutely. Well, that is the last question. Are you relieved?
That is a solid yes, Phil. I am relieved. Yes.
There might be more later in the year, though, because we'll have it back. Listen, cheers. It's good to see you.
Cheers, Phil.
Thanks for taking part in the Veganuary videos. It's not easy to say Veganuary, is it? I've slipped up on that a few times.
My mum. My mum rang me earlier today to say she was doing Veganuary.
That's so awesome.
And she took a few attempts to say Veganuary.
I'm glad it's not
What are you
just
doing,
me.
Mum? The January vegan thing.
Well, I'm going to raise my glass to Decky's mum then in that case, because I think that's amazing news. I saw it on your Facebook earlier, and it just brought a smile to my face, biggest smile to my face.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, and here's to everyone trying Veganuary.
Absolutely, yeah, good luck.
Awesome.